Hey there. I hope you're having a great day. I recently came across an idea that's changed how I've looked at a lot of things. I find it really curious how one new idea or input can really put on a new set of lenses by which we look at the world in front of us. And this idea came from a very unexpected place. I'd like to share it with you today. Hopefully, it has some impact on how you think about things as well. So I'll set the stage of where I heard this idea to give some context, and then I'll try to show how I've thought about how it applies to things in my life. So this year, I've really gotten into watching NBA basketball again. This is the first time since the 90s, whenever I used to watch the Houston Rockets and Chicago Bulls. Hakeem Olajuwon on the Rockets was my guy. But this year, I've gotten back for the first time to watching NBA basketball. I've been watching the Denver Nuggets most of the season. And they have had a very tough season this season. They had four of their starters out injured most of the year, including one of their guys, the center, Nikola Jokic, the Joker. He's considered by many to be the best basketball player in the world. He's been out about 3 weeks now with an injury. So they've been playing very shorthanded, and their backup point guard and their backup center also were out injured. So they've been really having a time of it. They have jokingly said they're playing with their hospital squad. It's like they're minor league guys that have been stepping up playing, trying to win by the power of friendship. But anyways, I've been involved in watching that and really enjoying it, and they've actually done pretty well even with so many people out. They've fought really hard to get some hard wins. They've lost some games by a few points, they've won by a few points, but they've been staying in the mix. So all this sets the stage for a week or two ago. They played, I believe it was the Charlotte Hornets, and in the fourth quarter, I mean, they were really down the whole game. In the fourth quarter, the Denver Nuggets, again, the team I'm rooting for, they were down by about 30 points. And if you've watched much basketball, 30 points in a quarter is a large gap to make up. You're probably not going to cover that distance. And so the game is pretty much over, even though there were 12 minutes left to play. And this is where the phrase popped up that really stuck with me. One of the announcers said, Katie Wingy, she said it a few times. She said, "It matters how you lose. It matters how you lose." And I thought through that a little bit. It's not talking just about having good sportsmanship and shaking their hand afterwards. There's some degree of the level to which you apply yourself, even when you know things are hopeless, is what leads you on to the next step. When you're down by 30 and there's no coming back, you can hang your head and just get real sad and sort of curl up and give in and who cares, or you can keep doing the best that you can do. And if you hang your head and sort of give up mentally, well, then the next game you play on the back to back tomorrow or a few days later, you're going to go into that already mentally defeated, a bit broken, feeling bad about yourself. Your confidence will have dropped. If instead you finish out the game that you're losing by 30, there's not a hope you're really coming back. You're not playing hard because you're going to win. You're playing hard because it is building yourself up. If you play that way instead, you can come back the next day and just start the game with a fresh slate playing your best. You're not carrying over negativity. And so, this idea of it matters how you lose has stuck in my head over the past, I would say, week or so since I've heard it and popped up a few different ways. I just thought it was very fascinating to think about how you can actually lose and gain confidence even though you lost if you play this way. And you also could win and lose confidence if you didn't apply the opposite idea. So, how does this apply in a bigger scheme to what I think about in life? There are times where maybe you're interacting in business and you're sure that you've had a client slip through your fingers, you're not going to get the sale on that particular opportunity. How you manage that matters a lot. And it's not just keeping a door open for the future, but it's sort of how you treat yourself, how you talk to yourself in that moment, how you follow up, how you behave in a way you can be proud of. That lets you leave that with confidence. So your next at bat, you have a better chance of having a better outcome. Um, to me, I think it's interesting that confidence is formed by doing actions that have a certain result. Whenever you do an action and you have a positive result, that should build confidence that you can have that happen again and again. It's not something that just happens between your ears where you just think confident thoughts of I'm confident, I'm confident. It's more of a result of doing things and then having the result happen and then seeing that pattern and saying I'm justified in having confidence. And one way I've been focusing for myself in various areas of my life on trying to hang in there is even when things are tough, to some degree, just doing my best. If you like the book, The Four Agreements, always do your best is one of the agreements. It's the same kind of a principle. So, just if you're struggling, I just wanted to remind you of this quote that helped me out. It matters how you lose. Even if things are hopeless and you're not going to win in your current interaction, losing by doing your best allows you to not let that loss carry forward. You can leave it in your past and go forward with even more confidence than before you'd racked it up. So, again, hopefully it has an impact on you. It did on me. I've thought about it probably 30 or 40 times in the past week or two since I first heard it. And have a wonderful day. Best of luck to you.